Hello and welcome everyone to this webinar on Microsoft Office 365 and Dynamics 365. Today we will see how those solutions work together and really bundle to provide a great experience. I am Cyril, product manager at SherWeb for Dynamics product, and today I have with me Daniel, that is our pre-sales, and Andrew, that is a partner channel development at Microsoft. A few housekeeping items before we go on the subject. This webinar is being recorded. The link will be sent to you in the next 48 hours. There is a box for asking questions built into the webinar software, so if you have any question, please don't hesitate. Someone will answer the question when they come, and we'll take some time at the end of the session to answer the main question. Also, we are sharing the presentation inside the system, so you can already download it. And also, we'll send it to you, of course, at the same time of the recording. So that being said, let's get started right now with the agenda. We want to keep it simple today. It's really about showing you what are the main functionality of Dynamics 365 integration, why it's working together, and why it's really one solution that you should offer to your customers. Chapter 2 will be what is in there for you, what kind of difficulty our partners they have, and how we can help them to fix it. And then we'll have Daniel that will run a quick demo on Dynamics 365 and Office 365 to really show you the integration and really show you that's making sense to position both products together. So we'll start with Andrew. It's going to give us really an overview of the functionalities and integration. Andrew, the mic is yours.
Thank you so much, Cyril. Thank you for having me today. My name is Andrew Tawasterna, Partner Channel Development Manager at Microsoft. Today I'm going to talk about why Office 365 and Dynamics 365 operate better together. I'm going to give a quick overview of high-level functions on Office 365, and then we'll jump right into integration with Dynamics 365. Just working on changing this. There we go. So Office 365 at a glance. If we talk about Office, often the top thing that will come up is basically the Office applications. The latest version of Office 365 will give you its user-based licenses, so it'll give you 5 PC licenses and 5 mobile licenses. That basically means for each user, they'll be able to use Office 365 on any device they have. Most of our users don't have more than 10 devices, so it means that you can use it on the go, use it at home, and then use it in the office. You can use those documents and applications roaming, or you can use them on your desktop themselves. The best part about this is really the bring your own device and the mobility. And so it really enables workers that are on the go to work from their office or work from their mobile devices. Next, we'll talk a little bit about Exchange Online. And Exchange, we find, is generally the initial talking point, the product that a lot of people already use and know really well. And actually, if you think about it, it's where most people spend their time, whether that's using it for email or document storage or setting up their calendar. They do a lot through Exchange and Outlook. So it's hosted business class email and shared calendar. You get 50 gigabytes of storage space per user. You can use your own domain name to send emails, and you do receive premium spam and malware protection. And we're going to talk about how this is really tightly integrated with Dynamics 365 as well. So you want to see everything within that Office or Exchange or Outlook portal. There's going to be a lot of functionality built in, so you don't actually have to do much to open up Dynamics 365. You can basically do the updates in Outlook and push them to Dynamics. Next is SharePoint Online, and SharePoint Online, think about it as more of a file share, but it also has more complex capabilities of becoming your internal and external website as well. We didn't touch on OneDrive, but OneDrive I think of as your personal cloud share, so where you save your personal files to the cloud. SharePoint, and the way we've been using it and what I see it is more of a business-based or team-based cloud share. So when you want to save documents that you're going to work on together. But as I said, you can also build out internal and external sites for working together on projects. The internal sites you can imagine can be organized by department, and they can look very professional as well. You can get online and offline access to your documents, and you can build your public website with easy-to-use templates. So this can be external facing as well if you want to build out a more robust SharePoint solution. Finally, communication with Skype for Business. So Skype for Business allows for multi-party HD video conferencing, real-time note-taking and document sharing, instant messaging and presence across firewalls, and we'll talk about presence and a little bit more later in the presentation. And finally, Skype Federation with presence, IM, voice, and video, which you can use outside of your business, so you can become federated with potentially customers or partners or whatever it may be. Another thing on the communication side is Microsoft Teams, which allows for IM and chat, but more internally with your teams. And that's a new product that came out recently, but it is under Office 365. So at a glance, you can see high level, it covers a lot of different tools and applications, from document sharing and collaboration to communication. And the top point here is Office 365 is trying to increase productivity and really enable your customers to do more. So let's jump into a little bit about integration points with Dynamics 365 and why the two products fit really well together, and in fact are built with each other in mind, if you will. And that goes to say, with a lot of the products in Office 365, you can seamlessly integrate with Dynamics. I'm going to basically go in step by step to those top 6 reasons why the integration points are important. So number 1 is common identity. And this is basically having a single sign-on with across all of your applications. And what we see here is that people don't need to, or customers don't need to remember multiple usernames, multiple passwords. They're all handled within the Active Directory, and that can be across Office 365, Dynamics, Azure, and with Azure Active Directory, it's building in third-party applications as well. So it's seamlessly integrated, and it gives you single sign-on access across all of these applications. Number 2 is task integration, and we've got some screenshots here from the CRM, but actually in the demo that's coming up, you'll see this live in action in Dynamics 365 as well. But the big thing here is whether you're creating a task in a CRM based on a specific account, in this example it's Northwind Traders, or whether you're creating a task within SharePoint, maybe this is for someone on your team, or whether you're creating a task in Outlook, whether this is on a specific email to follow up for later, or something brand new. These tasks will all integrate with your Dynamics 365 portal, and they'll be integrated across all of the applications. So it means that you don't need to, you won't double up on tasks, and you'll be able to view them easily from the pane of glass that you think is best. So whether that's reviewing your tasks within Outlook or reviewing them within the CRM, you'll know that these are all integrated. Number 3 is the Outlook offline integration. So actually, what will happen, you can use your Dynamics 365 or your Outlook offline. You can set this up so if you're not connected to the internet, basically your changes will be saved to a local copy, and once you re-log on to the internet, those changes will be pushed out. It basically just, again, offers a seamless experience where you don't need to rely on the connectivity of the internet, but you can still go about making changes. So here's a view of the CRM again. We had Outlook first, and then here's Outlook again. So again, you'll be able to use this offline or while you're online. Number 4, SharePoint integration. So you'll see the way these files, and this looks more like a file share. Again, we're going to continue with the example of Northwind Traders, but this is the CRM view, and you'll see it looks very similar to the SharePoint view. So basically, just a folder with a list of your files available. The big thing here is one copy of the files. So, and if you think about your whole team, multiple people working on the file at once, not only can they do that, they can all work on the file and collaborate all at once. Especially if you're online, you'll be able to see the changes that someone else is making as you're on there. You'll be working off one copy of file. So if I opened it up on the SharePoint and someone else opened it up through the CRM view when they're on Northwind Traders account, they'll actually open up the same file and they can collaborate on the same file, and it'll be saved in one location. Yammer integration. So within the Northwind Traders account, as you can see here, there will actually be a tab, a Yammer tab, and you'll see it again. You'll notice that Yammer tab in the demo later. So in this case, the Yammer tab is synced with the internal Yammer. So in the example, you had someone from your team comment and tag in Northwind Traders account, and actually I'll jump to the Yammer view here of our demo company Contoso. So internally, in the example, they actually commented about Northwind Traders, and that's automatically pushed out into the account page on the CRM for Northwind Traders. So you can see what people are talking about the account as well. The CRM context is brought to Yammer. It's accessible in and outside of the CRM, and it auto notifies the CRM activities. As I said, it'll push it into the CRM. So within the account, you can get a view on what people are talking about that relates to that account. Number 6 is the Skype link integration. So as I mentioned earlier, we would talk a little bit about, or I would mention presence. If you've used Skype before, you can see here and here those green dots, and actually on the picture when you click on the name, you'll see it's highlighted in green as well. So that basically means that this person's available. We've got other colors, yellow for away, red for busy, and there's do not disturb as well. So anytime you click on any of those names, whether it's within Skype or within the CRM, within your Outlook, it's pretty much built into everywhere now. You can see whether that person's available. You can quickly click on the name to actually IM them, or you can click on the name to call them. I know I use this constantly to contact people on my team, but also people outside of Microsoft that we're federated with. So a lot of the times our partners. It creates an instant connection that basically allows you to quickly communicate with your team, ask questions, and especially with accounts where you have multiple team members working on them, that easy communication is important. So basically, as I said, and in summary, you can see all these points. It's a very powerful tool, but it does work really well together. And as I started with at the beginning, if you think about how much time and what programs you spend time in, I think the vast majority of people spend a lot of time in their email account, in their Exchange, or online on the Outlook version. And you can see some great integration points with that, where they'll be doing their regular, the customers will be doing their regular day-to-day work, but everything will be being updated in the back end. So whether they want to use the CRM or 365, I should say, portal, or work through their Outlook, those updates will be integrated across all of this. Thank you for your time, and I will pass it back to Cyril.
Okay, that's really great, Andrew. I think you really show there is more integration, but you really show the main one. Thank you very much. I think it's really great the way that you show. We can really see the integration, how the things are working together. Seeing that it's one solution, it's really making sense. Really making sense to be together. So let's go more on what our partner, what they have when they want to push this kind of solution. Later on, we have Daniel that will show in an environment does integration. So really, you know the way it is. You know, you have to handle your customers. They all have a very different needs in terms of functionalities, services, solution, really depending of them industries. So sometimes you being the advisor, it can be really overwhelming. You know, all those functionality, what solution, what expertise I need to have. And for example, if you have a partner, let's say your core business is Office 365, and we are seeing that some partners just, they know that Dynamics will be a good fit. They know that will be a good return of investment, but they just don't go there because you need to ramp up. You don't want to push a solution that you don't understand, and so on and so on. In the other side, we are seeing Dynamics partner. CRM Online was there, but cloud is still kind of new. So those partners, what they do, they are really good at doing Dynamics. That's them core business. They give professional services support. They just don't want to have any trouble with licensing, any trouble with Office 365. I don't know how to support it. So they just don't push it. And in both scenario, you're really leaving a bunch of money on the table. This is not that complex to push a product where you're not expert. You just need to find a place where you can find all those services. And it's really what we're trying to do here at SherWeb. If you are a partner, we want to enable you to go in this CSP, this cloud ecosystem of Microsoft, but we want also to enable you on product where you are not expert that can be helping you to ramp up, or maybe connecting you with another partner that has the expertise and creating partnership. So altogether, you can really give the best solution for your customer. I just want to share something with you. We got the news yesterday. We're really proud about it. We just won the Productivity Cloud Award at the Microsoft Cloud and Hosting Summit. This is really a big deal for us because we are partnering with Microsoft for a long time. We already got recognized, but getting recognized again on a big one like that is not something that's happening often. I really want to thank you, our partners, really for it's something that we made together. We are really proud of it, and thank you very much for trusting us. So I want to speak. Some of you already know well SherWeb. Some of you are brand new. So we'll just go on what kind of service we can help, what makes us different than distributors, you know. So really one thing that we do to help our partner is to onboard in the cloud solution provider ecosystem, things that we call CSP. So Microsoft has created this engine that allows us to sell those Microsoft services, those cloud services. And what we're doing is really making it easier for our partner by providing services and things on the top of the CSP ecosystem. So the first step really is like helping you to onboard. So you can really easy sign up. It's taking less than 10 minutes, and you're going to be up and running with your customer, being able to push those Microsoft services. So we're offering different program depending if you want to support your end customer or if you want to build on your own. So that's really something that your sales rep can help you. In terms of selling, we offer comprehensive sales and marketing material, so we can really help you to have those conversations and start the discussion with your customer. Don't forget, at any time, your sales rep, your account manager at SherWeb is part of your team. Let's say you are a Dynamics partner, you are getting an Office 365 opportunity, give a call to SherWeb, and the guy will just jump on the call and explain to your customer what is the best plan. Do you have to go to business? Do you have to go to enterprise? And it's just going to be part of your team. And you can just rebrand him. That's things that we're doing every day. In terms of provisioning, this is a big differentiator. We are making really a full integrated experience, so that you can easily purchase and provision those services for your customer. This is not like the other. There is no complex menu. You don't need to know the reference to find the SKU. Everything is done really in an easy way to let you focus on your core business and not on billing and provisioning. So migration, this is the key value, and this is really for Office 365, the thing that made us successful is really the enable our partner, enable our end customer to migrate. So we have been migrating mailboxes and services online for the last 10 years. This is really one of our big differentiator, because we understood that this is the hardest part. When it's term of digital transformation and a customer has to move on the cloud, the hardest things is really move your mailbox, because this is key. This is the main tool that we use. We are really good at it. We're doing for a long time, and by the way, it's free. It's coming with the SKU and the services that we offer. And finally, our support. It's a 24/7 365 support based here in North America. It's bilingual French and English, and our guys are really here to help you at any time. We're really proud of our Net Promoter, so the NPS. This is rating the customer satisfaction. We're way higher than any other support, because we really focus, and it's key of our value, helping you onboarding on the cloud. So let's say that you are a Dynamics partner. Most of you don't want to take care of license. You think that's coming with problem. Discharge that on us. We can really help you. We can easily onboard your customer on Office 365, onboard and mailbox. You don't have to do anything. You just own the project, but really stop leaving money on the table. We can really help you on the Office 365. In terms of Dynamics, we have a big base of partners that they don't have the expertise on Dynamics. So the idea really here, on small deals, we want to be able to enable any partner, or even a Dynamics partner that doesn't work under 50K. So we can enable him on smaller deals that have low value at the beginning, but later on that might really bring a lot of money and a lot of value. So what we are doing, we work with experts. We define some predefined scope that we believe that they will answer 80% of the need for small company. So we have those different services depending of if you want to do it on your own because you don't want to have someone external to your team, or if you want to be assisted. So we have this kind of service. Let's say that your customer, those kind of turnkey solution don't match, no worries. We have a big network of partner. We can plug you with expert partner and help you to create this partnership. You might do the license, he might do the service, and we can all work together to provide the best solution for our customers. In terms of support, we created 2 levels. The basic is really the 24/7. We answer any cloud question, any issue that will make you not to be able to work. But after, for customers or partners that they don't have the expertise, we have an advanced support that is really here to help you on day-to-day tasks. So we're going to help you to administrate the platform, not on your behalf, but together. And that's really to enable those partners that want to ramp up, or customers that they don't have a strong experience, but they cannot afford at this time to have a fully managed service or something fully custom. Any question, you just can contact your sales rep. Daniel will be able to jump on a call, and we can work together to see what is the right solution to push to your customer. In terms of resource, we are not going again on what is Dynamics today, on the way it is licensed and so on. We have a lot of resource enabling our partner. It's really key. We're not here to push SKU or license. We're really here to push solution. So there is a lot of resource that you can get on your own, but if you need something, you can do on demand and asking sales rep. So for example, we have things public like our YouTube channel with all our webinars. We have blogs. We're writing new blogs every week to really help you to stay on the top. Also, we have, like, when you are partner with SherWeb, you have access to our toolbox. So there you can find ebooks, guide, code builder, scoping guide, and so on. All those kind of tools that will take you ages to build, but we have a strong marketing and creative team here. So we're really trying to share our resource. The way we do it is like when I enable my sales rep, it as SherWeb to do something, we're making something that you can reuse. It's just making sense, and that's the way that we work. So for the guys here that they are new on Office 365, I will go quickly on the way the pricing is built. We'll not go in details, but just for you to understand, this is no rocket science. So I'm going to share with you what are the high level of the plan for Office. So it's really coming in kind of two flavor, the business and the enterprise. We did one of those, they're really different bundles that work together. So first group is the business and the Pro Plus. See those one as the application, okay? So they are the Office app hosted in the cloud, coming with OneDrive. The main difference with the enterprise is the integration with Active Directory and some security features. Second group is the Business Essential and Enterprise E1. They are the cloud services, okay? They are what Andrew described as Exchange, SharePoint, Skype for Business. They are really those cloud productivity services, you know, the communication one. Again, big difference is the Active Directory integration and some level of security. And after, you have the plan. Those ones, they are really the hero plan. They are the biggest one that our customer take. Business Premium and Enterprise E3, those ones are taking the bundles that they are under them. Big difference to know and keep in mind, business, you cannot go over 300 seats altogether. If you pass this cap, you will have to go to enterprise. For both of them, they are coming with other services and add-on. Let's say that you need extra services such as video, kiosk, or project. You can add easily add this one on any bundle. On this slide, I really add this one for your reference. When you will go and think about it, so you have the different functionality for each plan. You have the suggested retail price of SherWeb. This is not your cost. This is really a suggested retail price. So you can use this slide as reference when you are confused about what plan to offer. And keep in mind, our sales rep, they are all certified on Office 365. They are expert on functionalities, so they can really assist you if you have any question on that. For Dynamics, I will not go on the full licensing. We have a resource, just go there. We made recently, I think last month, Frederic, it was now, we made a webinar on how to sell and really explain step by step the licensing. Here I want to show you really the hero SKU. In the last month, really those SKUs, they are selling like petit pain, I would say. So I want to share that with you. What's happening is that Business Edition is coming in spring. Looks like it's going to be April or May. So until there, you can get the Enterprise Edition product as the SMB pricing, so at the business price. So let's say that you have a customer that need only the sales app. You will get it for $40 up to 25 full user. If you need sales and customer service, it's a 65, and that will be up to 50 full user. Pricing is the Microsoft pricing to keep it simple. What is important to know is that once they get this queue, they can keep transitioning it for 3 years. So that will be until the end of December 2019. So what we're going to do now, Daniel is going to present us in an environment what means integration and what is great. So keep pushing question. We'll answer at it, and at the end we'll take time if you want to go deeper on the functionalities. That's really something that we will be able to do it. Okay, Daniel, mic is for you.
Thank you very much, Cyril. So I'm going to start showing you the Office 365 portal, the web page. This is a very intuitive web page where you can find all the business applications available in your subscription, such as email, your Exchange Online, your calendar, your Excel and SharePoint, Power BI, and all those apps, and also Dynamics 365. So here I'm going to navigate to Dynamics 365. it will open the Dynamics 365 homepage where you can find all the Dynamics 365 applications available for you, such as sales, customer service, and financials, and so on. So every application you have in your subscription will be shown here. So I'm going to jump to sales. And here, you'll be able to see the first integration between Dynamics 365 and Power BI. So it will bring here a Power BI dashboard with valuable insights about your company. And you can interact with this report here. So we just click here, and it will open an embedded Power BI report. And for example, here you can select, this is a pre-built dashboard. So you can just click here, for example, in this area on the map, and it will update all the other information based on this interaction you made with the report, okay? So this is the very first integration you can see here. It's an important integration. The Power BI is a business analytics tool provided by Microsoft for Dynamics and other tools as well.
Daniel?
Yeah.
Is it something that's taking long to configure to get this kind of dashboard?
No, it's pretty much out of the box. You just need to enable your Dynamics 365 for viewing the Power BI, and just sign to the Power BI site, and that's it. And just connect your CRM, your Dynamics 365 to Power BI.
Can I run this one with the Power BI free, or do I have to take the paid version?
You can run with the Power BI free, but there are some limitations.
In terms of refreshing
and in data volume as well.
Okay.
So it's better if you go with the Power BI Pro for to experience the full power of Power BI.
Okay.
All right. So right now I'm going to move on to the next and probably the most important integration. That is the Outlook and Exchange integration between Dynamics 365 and the Exchange Online. So here, as you can see, I will receive an email. So just a point here. Researchers say 40% of productivity is lost switching tasks. So that's why it's important to have this integration within Outlook. So your sales team will be able to keep working in their emails with no need to go back to Dynamics 365 to track their emails regarding to some, for example, opportunity or a contact within Dynamics 365. So here I just got a message from John Doe asking for new licenses, and I want to track it regarding to some record within Dynamics 365. So I just go here, click on Dynamics 365 button, and it will bring some suggested records. So John Doe already exists in my database inside Dynamics 365. So it will suggest John Doe as a contact. So I can, for example, just click here on this little symbol. And this, from now on, this email conversation will be tracked inside Dynamics 365. And also, I can change anytime I need this and set the regarding to another record, for example. So just a second here. Sometimes it takes some time to go to the server.
It's okay, just because you just click and has to be refreshed.
Yeah.
The idea is that you can select directly an opportunity or something.
That's it. You can create opportunities inside from Outlook and any other records you want. So I'm just going back here, just a second, just close this. And going back to Dynamics 365. And I'm going to show you some opportunities here that were like tracked from Outlook. So I'm just going to open the opportunity here.
So that's the opportunity that was just created from
Outlook,
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is the opportunity view, the opportunity screen. So here you have all the data important for an opportunity. You can change pretty much what you want here. Dynamics 365 it's a very customizable system. You can hide fields, create new fields, or even bring new components from the web. So there are some apps available for it in the Microsoft App Stores. So here you have this process. This is called guided process that helps your sales force to follow the process, like, if I can say that. So this is an opportunity process from qualify to close. So each of your sales team will follow this process in order to have this opportunity closed or as won or as lost, okay? So you can change as well this process and all the stages here. You can change the name, you can change the flow, and it's pretty much customizable as I mentioned before. So when you track an email, it will go to your activities portal here. So you have your emails here tracked inside the opportunity. And from now, every time you track an email inside Dynamics 365, every conversation you have, for example, if you reply back your customer, it will be tracked inside Dynamics 365 automatically. So that will help you, it will save your time doing those kind of tasks, okay? Also, within Dynamics 365, you can just click here and send emails from Dynamics 365. It's important to note you need to have the Exchange Online in your subscription, and also the server-side synchronization must be enabled for that. So when you have your Exchange Online properly configured with Dynamics 365, you'll be able to do all those actions within Dynamics 365. So here, for example, you can just select a subject, create a message, and you can choose to follow up that message. So if you start following it up, the Dynamics 365 will start scanning this message, and when the customer, for example, open this message, you'll know. So that's pretty cool. It brings like a powerful way to follow up messages. And you don't need to every time go and check if this message was already responded or opened.
I think this one is true. Once the guy downstairs they were enabled with that, it's true that most of them job is following.
Yeah.
Following what opportunity are going and how we can help. And it's true that this kind of functionality it bring a big difference. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. And also, just one last thing about the Dynamics 365 and Exchange integration is the integration between Dynamics 365 and the webmail. So you have pretty much the same experience of the Outlook client within your web email page. So here you have this little button here, and it will open again the same screen here regarding contact tracking and enabling you to track those emails within Dynamics 365. Okay, so just going back here to our Dynamics 365. And now I'm going to move on to the next integration. It's a very important one. It's the Dynamics 365 and SharePoint integrations. So as some of you may know, Dynamics 365 comes with a 10 gig storage space plus 5 gig per 20 full users. That's not too much if you want to keep attaching like documents, PowerPoint slides, and Word documents. So you can bring the SharePoint features to help you to save this space. So here I'm going to show you how. So for example, I'm going to open an opportunity. I'm going to navigate to the related area here, this small button, Documents. And in a few minutes, in a few seconds, it will open this grid here, and you can upload, for example, a file here. It's already set up for my SharePoint. So here I will choose my site in SharePoint, and I just can bring here a file and upload it here. It's very easy to do. It just take like a few seconds to do it, and it's very straightforward as well. And another thing very important about SharePoint and Dynamics 365 integration is you leverage all the SharePoint features within Dynamics 365. So you have version control for your documentation, for example, and you have the checking in and checking out feature, and so on. That's very good. So you have all the document management available in SharePoint.
And on top of that, you don't use your quota.
Yeah.
Because the 10 gig is for, you want to keep it for database, and we know that documents can be very consuming. So yeah, on the top of having a real document management, use the quota of SharePoint that you weren't using everywhere. So
that's
really
it.
Great, yeah.
Yeah. And here, just to show you, I opened the SharePoint site, and you can see here the file I just uploaded within Dynamics 365. And another thing pretty good about this integration is it enables your non-Dynamics 365 users to collaborate in an opportunity, for example. So you don't need to have a Dynamics 365 license in order to be able to collaborate in some opportunity or some account. So if you have a user with no license for Dynamics 365, he still can collaborate in this record. Okay, so here, for example, let's suppose this is the user. He can just go here, he can open this file, or he can create a new one, or upload a new file here. So I will do that. So I will upload this logo here, for example. It's uploaded here, and I'm going back to our Dynamics 365. Just click here to refresh the list, and here it is. You can see right now the logo I just uploaded in SharePoint within Dynamics 365. That's a very good feature of Dynamics and SharePoint integration. Okay. And now I'm going to show you another very important and very useful integration. It's the integration between Dynamics 365 and Excel.
Yeah, that's a key one for people playing with data.
Yeah. So here I have my open opportunities view. So a view is basically a list. You can choose, you can customize it the way you want. Okay. So I have here the list of opportunities I have for my open opportunities, and I have all those options for the opportunities. I'm just going back here to my accounts. Actually, just a second. I prefer to use that one. So here's my account view as well. So my active account. So you can customize it the way you want. And I'm going to export this to Excel. So one pretty good thing about Excel, when you have the Office 365, you can have the Excel online, and it's very easy to use. It doesn't have all the features of Excel offline, but it's still pretty useful. So for those kind of minor changes, for example, I'm going to change here, let's suppose it's the telephone number here. I'm going to change this to 60, and I can change everything here at once. But for our example here, I'm just going to change one. I'm going to save it, and it will be saved to Dynamics 365. So it will submit it for importation, and in a few seconds it will be updated here in Dynamics 365. Okay, so that's pretty good. You can leverage the Excel Online features within Dynamics 365. And one last thing, very important to note, you have much more than that. You have Delve integration, you have OneNote integration, OneDrive as well. You can bring pretty much any other Office 365 application within Dynamics 365. And also, the other applications. Here I'm showing you the sales part, the sales application, the CRM part, but also Dynamics 365 is for sales is integrated with customer service, field service, financials, or even the operations ERP. So that's it from me now. I'm going to pass to Cyril.
Thank you, Daniel. I think it's great. It's good to keep in mind that the system is really integrated, but also it's pretty easy to make the basic custom. We played a lot with the tool and with our customer when we do pre-sales call. It's pretty easy to demonstrate that you can really go far with the out-of-the-box customization, and that's really great, you know. So it's now time for the Q&A. Frederic will answer a lot of questions during the session. I'm just going to review if there is some of them that they are not answered yet, so just give me a couple of seconds. Okay. Okay, we have a question. That's a technical question. Can you save link chats in CRM? Daniel?
Yes, you can. When you have the Skype integrated with your CRM or your Dynamics 365, it's possible to have this kind of link between the Skype conversation and your CRM activity or Dynamics 365 activity. So it's very important to have all the setup made properly, and it will work fine.
Okay. Someone was asking if what we show, Daniel, is it out of the box, or did it ask you to do a lot of custom to have the result that we had on the screen?
Well, in terms of integration, it's out of the box, but you still need to do some minor configuration. You need to connect to your Exchange Online and your SharePoint. You need to define some rules for SharePoint.
But there is no complexity.
No, it's very easy. It's
everything is documented, and
basically it's like next, and finish.
Yeah.
So it's very easy.
From our experience, what we see most of the time is more like, depending on your customer, the custom job is like reducing field and making field that makes sense, but not complex things. It can become complex, of course.
Yeah.
Small customer, we see that most of the time.
Yeah.
A super user can really handle.
Mm-hmm.
Let's have a look at the other questions. Is there a central place to configure the system integration?
Yes. So everything is on your admin portal. So inside Dynamics 365, there is an admin port. So there you'll find like SharePoint and Outlook integration. It's like features. So it's pretty easy and pretty straightforward to find those setup.
Okay, that's good. Also, can you track if someone has opened an email outside of your domain?
If this person has Exchange Online as well,
yeah.
You can.
You can. Okay.
Yeah, there is a protocol. It's a protocol, Exchange protocol.
Okay.
So he needs to run Exchange Online as well.
Okay. If he's outside of and you don't have this connectivity,
yeah.
You're just going to see like the email is not open, right?
Yeah.
Just not going to have information.
That's right.
About it. Okay. Let me have a look at the other question. Okay, what kind of company need a CRM? That's a good question, you know. We're seeing that if you want to take easy example, for example, the one that is the easiest to speak about is, sorry, really the sales functionalities. So if your company is selling product, if your company has to track requests coming in, this is CRM, okay? If you need to guarantee that you give a good relationship, customer relationship and engagement, this is case of CRM. So we are seeing very big companies like they have 50 person in their sales force and they need a strong CRM, but we've seen some guitar shop. There are two guys, they make custom guitar, but they have to handle those requests. They have a website, things are coming in, and they need a CRM, and that really makes sense. Just they might not know in the same level of, not go in the same level of custom or integration. That really think. Do you think I missed something, Daniel?
If you have a customer, it's very likely you need some CRM system, and Dynamics 365 will be the best option for you.
Yeah,
sure.
And being we have a very big sales force here, and I cannot imagine our guys will not work without a CRM solution. It's just to be no way to manage that many partners and an opportunity.
It's a central repository for you.
Question: do I need to become an expert to help my customer onboarding on Dynamics? Definitely not. It's what something SherWeb really tried to do is enabling our partner. If you want to ramp up and be able to have basic technical or going strong, you are the point of contact for your customer is better, of course. I think you just need a general understanding, and you can reuse services as turnkey solution or create partnership with an expert. That's something that will make sense. Other question. Is SherWeb support integrated with the customer instance of Dynamics 365? Support ticket and progress. Not sure I understand the question. Maybe it's if you are it's CRM, can you connect directly with us? If it's that, no, we are not doing at this time. We didn't open our system. If that wasn't the question, maybe just resend one and we'll answer to you offline. Okay, we have it's not a question, but it's a statement that's coming from a Dynamics partner. Handling licensing is too much trouble. We prefer focusing on our core business. Let me tell you, you are really leaving a bunch of money on the table. You could really enable your customer on it. This is really our style. Bring your own license. That was making sense when we were on premise. It was complex agreement where on year or 3 years agreement. You had to take care of the infrastructure. That was painful, and I agree that wasn't your core business. But now that we're speaking about the cloud, there is no hassle. We are seeing a lot of license that they are sleeping on Microsoft Direct. If you are the partner, you are handling the customer, you can easily move that with us, taking a couple of minutes. You will be recognized. You're going to get revenue on it. And that's really, don't miss these opportunities. Taking a couple of minutes and you can get this recurrence plus the benefits, you know, as many seats you have, as many internal use rights you get from Microsoft. Maybe you can take a last question. This one is coming all the time. What differentiates SherWeb from another distributor? See us as distributor with an added value. What we want to do is, like, when you come to us, you don't come to one technology and you have to find another distrib for other, or you don't come to us for license. You really come for solution. We really want to accelerate you and enable you to don't go deep, but like our one-stop shop, it's really Dynamics Office. We have a great solution, online backup. We also doing infrastructure as a service, and we have other service coming. Really, the idea is that we want to be your single provider, and we can really help you on that. So I'm not seeing other question coming, Frederic. No, we're good. Okay, so we're going to keep the Q&A open for the next 5 minutes. So keep sending question. And I think, Frederic, maybe we can share the interesting question in a blog or something like that, sharing recording, something that we're going to try to do. And at any time, if you have questions, please contact your sales rep. We really want you to go hard on this market and really want to help you. So thank you very much for joining us, and I hope to see you.